Is this our first glimpse at the iPhone 17 Pro's official marketing image? In just over a month, Apple will debut 4 iPhone 17 models, which are expected to bring some big improvements to the range, including an ultra-thin iPhone 17 Air, an assortment of new colors, and the first new camera designs in years. While we've seen various designs and mock-ups based on these reports, we've yet to see Apple's official images for the upcoming phones until now. Over on X, user Oliur has released what he claims is a alleged photograph of the back of the iPhone 17 Pro. It appears to be the same image Apple will use for the What's in the Box section of the iPhone 17 Pro mini site. Oliur, who produces wallpapers and websites and provides curated collections of Lightroom presets and lookup tables for iPhone photography, doesn't have a history of leaking, so it's conceivable this is merely a really nice render. And he cites no source, stating instead, "Don't ask me how I know," which only adds to the suspicion. But it's impossible to overlook how much the image appears like it was grabbed from Apple's site. The lighting against the matte black body barely illuminates the camera lenses, while the Apple logo is perfectly in view. The image reveals the iPhone 17 Pro's 2 most reported design elements: the wide camera bar that houses all 3 cameras, LIDAR sensor, and flash, and a new half-glass, half-aluminum aesthetic. In the shot, the camera array appears to be composed of matte black aluminum, while there is a glass section just below the camera array that's somewhat raised. The matte black hue is exceptionally dark, far deeper than the iPhone 16 Pro's black titanium. The next iPhone 17 Pro Max will feature a greatly enhanced telephoto camera, according to a post this week from Instant Digital, an account with roughly 1.5 million followers on Chinese social media platform Weibo. In reality, the leaker indicated the iPhone 17 Pro Max will boast one of the best telephoto cameras on any smartphone, but they did not clarify. More recent speculations have stated that both the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max would have an enhanced 48-megapixel telephoto camera. Last year, however, well-connected Apple supply chain analyst Ming-Chi Kuo did imply the 48-megapixel telephoto camera would be limited to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Whether it is on the Pro and/or Pro Max, the improved telephoto camera is believed to give up to 8x optical zoom. Specifically, it has been rumored that the lens will be able to shift, allowing for numerous focus lengths. As a result, a tipster claimed that it will be possible to select between 5x and 8x optical magnification, without techniques like sensor cropping. A moving telephoto lens would require additional parts and internal space, which would explain why the camera bulge is projected to be greater on iPhone 17 Pro variants. On the iPhone 16 Pro models, the 12-megapixel telephoto lens has a fixed focal length of 120mm, and it gives a 5x optical zoom option. Apple says the devices also offer a 2x optical zoom option, but it employs the main rear camera with sensor cropping, which in simple terms is a process that essentially zooms in on the center of a larger photo. Instant Digital has accurately leaked Apple details before, such as the yellow finish for the iPhone 14 and iPhone 14 Plus, and the Apple Watch Ultra 2's titanium Milanese loop. The Pro and Pro Max could get a scratch-resistant anti-reflective display, reversing itself on prior claims that Apple had to shelve plans owing to scaling concerns. If the latest rumor proves accurate, the improvement from Apple's ceramic shield display could offer an intriguing feature for the Pro and Pro Max. Holland called the anti-reflective display one of the outstanding qualities of the S25 Ultra. Apple Insider revealed in May that the iPhone 17 could feature a bigger display than the iPhone 16. DSCC founder and Counterpoint Research VP Ross Young tweeted on X that the base iPhone 17 will be 6.3 inches, an improvement from the iPhone 16's 6.1-inch display. In principle, that means the iPhone 17 would have the same screen size as the iPhone 17 Pro. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max are speculated to continue with a 6.3-inch and 6.9-inch display, respectively, comparable to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max would feature taller earpieces, citing a post on X from Duanru 1205. In principle, that may signify enhanced audio clarity. At the Worldwide Developers Conference later in June, Apple announced audio quality will increase with software updates in AirPods with H2 chipsets. Additional improvements in audio quality could significantly raise an already great feature. The iPhone 17 may still be far from launch, but the rumor mill is already churning out intriguing facts. The latest conjecture is that the iPhone 17 Pro Max could include a smaller dynamic island, courtesy to Apple's adoption of Metalens Face ID technology. According to Tipster Digital Chat Station, Apple aims to downsize the dynamic island by adding Metalens-based Face ID components. This would minimize the total footprint of the notch while still keeping excellent facial recognition capabilities. Metalenses are ultra-thin optical lenses that employ nanostructures to precisely manipulate light. Instead of using stacked glass elements, metalenses use arrays of nanostructures created from materials like titanium dioxide or silicon to manipulate light's phase, amplitude, and polarization. This could eventually lead to 1. More compact front-facing camera modules. 2. Slimmer overall design. 3. Potential improvements in Face ID efficiency. If Apple successfully adopts Metalens Face ID in the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the technology could expand to other devices. Reports indicate that future iPad Pro versions and Apple's rumored foldable iPad might also use this superior optical technology. This fresh leak contradicts prior predictions from Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo, who stated that the whole iPhone 17 family would keep the same dynamic island as the iPhone 16 series. With contradicting sources, it's wise to treat this information with a grain of salt until more solid details surface. Next, Apple's iPhone 17 Pro $50 pricing increase approach won't matter to half of purchasers. There have been reports that Apple may try to disguise tariff-induced price hikes by doubling the iPhone 17 Pro base storage. This would be a decent idea, considering that half of the iPhone owners pay more for storage now. Apple is likely to hike the iPhone 17 Pro's starting price by $50 to $1,049 while replacing the 128 GB base model with 256 GB. However, nearly half of consumers already paid for more storage, so the adjustment may not influence their cost. Leaker Instant Digital, writing on Chinese social media, linked the alleged price hike to the current 30% tariff rate. Doubling the base storage could help Apple sell the update as an upgrade rather than merely a cost adjustment. Apple adopted the same strategy in September 2023 with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. That device launched without a 128 GB option and started with 256 GB. During the announcement, Apple stressed that the price equaled 2022's 256 GB tier. That effectively reframed a higher base cost as a value gain. What Consumer Intelligence Research Partners data indicates about storage habits. Consumer Intelligence Research Partners reports that 48% of U.S. iPhone owners upgraded from base storage in the 12 months ending June 2025. The Consumer Intelligence Research Partners claims this is down from 2024, although the prior 3 years' results aren't substantially different. The data comes from surveys. Apple doesn't share detailed storage sales, so the shift isn't significant. For the half of consumers already buying higher storage tiers, the new base configuration won't impact what they spend. The benefit is mostly for buyers who continue with base storage and will now get extra capacity by default. Why combine a pricing change with greater storage? Analysts have connected the $50 hike to taxes on iPhones imported from China. Boosting storage at the base level lets Apple describe the adjustment as better value rather than just a price rise. More extensive base storage could limit the amount of consumers buying the most expensive options. Those models are among Apple's most profitable upgrades. If that happens, the business may resort to services like iCloud Plus to garner additional storage-related income. Apple will introduce the iPhone 17 lineup in September 2025, with increased base storage and updated pricing to control tariffs and user perception. Expectations are now firmly set. iPhone 17 Pro will come with a higher starting price and one less storage option. The current report from Weibo follows others in suggesting the model will start at $1,049 for 256 gigs of storage, up from $999 for 128 gigs on the iPhone 16 Pro. The move drops the entry-level 128 gigs configuration entirely, leaving purchasers with 256 gigs, 512 gigs, or 1 TB options. That's down from 4 tiers last year. Apple has utilized this method before. In 2023, the business upped the iPhone 15 Pro Max starting price from $1,099 to $1,199 while making 256 gigs the new base storage. At the time, that approach allowed Apple to justify a price hike by delivering additional capacity out of the gate. The iPhone 17 Pro is set to follow the same script 2 years later. Last week, this leaker claimed a $50 price rise for the Pro lineup but left storage information unknown. Today's update from Instant Digital reveals the iPhone 17 Pro will start at 256 gigs, establishing expectations ahead of September's launch. The iPhone 17 Pro Max is still expected to start at 256 gigs, while the normal iPhone 17 and the new iPhone 17 Air are likely to begin at 128 gigs. Pricing for the portfolio is set to start at $799 for the base model, matching last year, with the Air replacing the Plus at $949. The iPhone 17 Pro will come in at $1,049, and the Pro Max at $1,249, each $50 higher than their predecessors. Whether the Pro Max obtains a base storage boost remains uncertain, but it's unlikely. Whether it's true or not, the image provides us a pretty excellent look at what's sure to be a contentious design. We'll see it all very soon, since Apple is apparently preparing an event for Tuesday, September 9. In the meantime, stay tuned to our iPhone 17 Super Guide for all the latest news and rumors. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting tech news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.